Welcome back to our podcast.
Through it all.
And first and foremost, we want to give a special thanks to all our supporters. We truly appreciate it.
Always, always.
Yes, we took some time off, but we're back at it. You know what's up.
You know, mental health is really important. If you're not right here, you're not right anywhere. Go get that therapist.
Period. Take care of yourself, ladies. So today we're going to be doing an episode on growing up with absent fathers due to being incarcerated. And me and Bestie, as well as our guests, have some experience with that. So let's get into it.
So we have a special guest, Najee. His father was recently exonerated, and he's here to tell his story.
Ladies doing today?
We're good.
Feeling good.
10 out of 10.
Blessed to be here. Blessed to be here.
Definitely.
Facts. So, tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Najee from New Haven. Born and raised in New Haven, Connecticut. Went to High Leadership. Graduated from High in 2013. Went to college. Went to Gateway for 2 years. Went to Southern. Graduated from Southern in 2020. I graduated with my associates. I mean, I said my associates. That's from Gateway, but I graduated with my human services, trying to be a social worker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, currently, right now, I'm working with kids at Silent Town Middle School. I'm a basketball coach there. I also, shout out to my business, my two businesses, the weed business that I promote, Drink Decisions. Give me a follow on IG. And also my trading group, Wealth Room Trading Group on IG as well, my trading firm. So give me a little follow, and yeah, I'm happy to be here.
We love that. We got us a smart man right here.
Love that. So ladies, pay attention. All right, so let's get into it.
All right. So as we all said, all of us have had a dealt of fathers not being there for, different reasons. So we're going to get into some questions. What was everyone's dad locked up for or accused of doing? I'll go first. My dad was accused of a homicide.
Right. Same goes with mine. He was wrongly convicted of a homicide back in 94.
Yeah, mine was 97.
Yeah, that was tough.
Or 96, actually, yeah.
Yeah, and my dad never got the chance to physically be there for me. Like, I was in the womb when he went to jail.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, so it was so you know how it is.
And they?
Sorry. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry about this part. I'm laughing because y'all saying homicides and my dad, he went to jail for drugs. So it's mad funny because y'all saying real serious shit. He had a petty little weed charge.
Sorry, let me ask you the question again.
Yeah.
All right, everybody get serious. So, Nay, what was your dad incarcerated for?
So he was convicted of a drug charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one?
Multiple times. He was in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was he wrongly accused or did he do it?
No, he was wrongly accused.
My father didn't kill nobody.
Period. Okay.
He was innocent.
Yeah. I think my dad did it.
Yeah.
You call us spade and spade.
Yeah, it is.
That's old.
Yeah, right. He's a changed man now.
Absolutely.
It is what it is.
All right. So do you guys think the criminal justice system is fair when it comes to the African American community?
No, I believe not, because you look at I get pretty deep with this too, and I do a lot of reading and everything, and I learned that the wealthy, they control everything, and they put this out here to make it like a chess game. We're the pawns, if you think about it. We're really the pawns. That's why it's really hard for some of us, African Americans or other minorities, to really progress, because it's obstacles so that's in front of us, and they throw things in the street like drugs that we were selling. Then they started giving it to our kids, and this is really deep. It started going deep. So I don't think the justice system or any system is really for us.
What you think, Frank?
I definitely think that it's not fair when it comes to us. I feel like, we see a lot of different races commit a murder and get 10 years or even 5 years or probation at that. Like, you'll see the people do a mass murder and, oh, they pleaded sanity and whatever. If me and you go kill somebody, it's 10,000 years.
Yeah.
Don't want to hear my
Somebody could
side.
go shoot up the whole school.
And it's not the same. And
Right.
it's like they can't wait to just reel us in. And then 20 years later, 30 years later, now we're proven innocent. But if you would have took the time out to hear my case and give me a fair shot, like everyone else, we wouldn't even be sitting here talking about this.
Right. Agreed.
And like
I
you
agree
said,
with both of you guys.
it's just like you said, it's just funny because it's a funny game. It's a funny game, and every day like we learn something new. Like within this game, you know what I'm saying? Like we learn something new. Like we learn that police brutality is really like undercover racism, if you ask me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think it's really undercover. I think they're loud with it.
Yeah. It just is what it is at this point.
But I say undercover because they not openly with it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got a uniform on. So they
Right.
Right.
So undercover in that way. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what I
Right.
mean? So it's just easy to be like, yo, he did that. And
They'll plant drugs in your car, all types of stuff. Pay somebody
Like
to
you
say
said-
you did it.
like you said in the beginning, mental health, like safe, like for instance, a black parent could mentally lose it right here. Say, God forbid, harm her child. And she, all types of this, that, and the third. But if it was another ethnicity or another, you know what I mean? But it's a mental thing. It's always mental. They shouldn't have enough help.
The other races' mental health always matters.
Right.
We don't
Yeah.
get mental health.
You don't get
Right.
mental breaks or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just,
Absolutely. So I think we all could say we don't think it's fair.
Right. Agreed. So what age were you guys when you guys' fathers went to prison?
I wasn't even here. I was in the womb. I was probably 6 months, 7 months in the womb.
Yeah, my mom was pregnant with me when my dad went away.
Yeah, I was 2.
Yeah. So we didn't even know our dads.
Right.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So coming up, did you guys feel any different because your dad was locked up?
Yes and no. Yes and no. It's kind of hard because like he Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry.
Did you feel any differently coming up because your dad was in jail?
Yeah, I felt I don't know cuz it get emotional cuz I feel like time was stolen from us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I never really got the chance to really have a dad. And I'm not saying making an excuse or not, because a lot of people, you know what I mean? But it's like, damn, it's just tough. It's just tough. It gets tough because you just, like, your mom is there, but it's like, damn, I just need that guidance, especially being a young African-American man in this society. It's like, yo, I need that guidance. I need that structure. I need that. Thank God for my grandfather, though. I'm not going to lie. Because he actually came in my life and actually like helped build me to who I am today.
Right.
So it was tough. It was tough.
Right. But you still wish that you was able to experience those moments with your dad. I mean, your granddad did like step up and everything, but it's just nothing like your mom and your father.
Right.
It's just nothing like it.
It's feel like now, now the time feel kind of forced. Like
right.
Trying to make
catch up.
Time.
Right.
It's like, damn, I got my own life and things going on.
Right.
And he trying to catch up with my life.
And that could even create a disconnect between you two.
Right.
So.
Definitely. I think of course, I felt very different, especially like, because we were so young. So like in school, like if all your friends' fathers was around and then you're left out of that, or it's Father's Day and you're sending cards up to a jail or you got to get visits. It makes you feel like an outcast, and it just is a huge part that's missing. And then it becomes like really, really exhausting because you don't even really know what you miss. Because like I never even had you, but I miss you so much.
Right. And I want to bounce off of that and say, definitely, I felt like I kind of didn't feel differently because like my father's sister stepped up and she played like a major role in my life ever since I was like a little girl. Like she was like my dad for him. Even though she wasn't him, she just always made sure I knew that side of the family. Like I wasn't going without whatever, you know, she just always came through for my mom and my family. So I kind of feel like, you know, he wasn't there, but they stepped up for him. And I appreciate that.
Right. You know, I had a grandfather, a godfather, a stepfather. Y'all not my dad. I want my dad.
Right.
That is my dad. Like, it's just different. Like, the way you are with your father. Like,
right.
It's just different.
Okay. So when did you guys realize your dad was gone? Like, did people tell you? How did they tell you?
With me, it's kind of tough because I grew up without him, so you just like that void is already filled because you start becoming your own self, and I became my own self at an early age. So, it was. I don't know. Can you ask the question again? I'm sorry.
It's okay. When did you realize that your dad was like actually in jail? Like when did you realize like he's not a part of my life?
Yeah. Like I said, like at early age when I was trying to come, I was into
becoming
myself,
a man.
like, you know what I mean? Like I said, my grandfather was there, but like my mom, she had boyfriends and everything, but
what age was you when she said like your dad's in jail? Like what age?
I would go up there. Like at an early age, I remember probably like I don't want to say 5 or 4, because I think that's impossible. But I remember at an early age me going up there. And
so you were young.
Yeah, very young.
Mm-hmm.
So
you kind of just grew up knowing he wasn't around, type of thing. Like
he was in jail.
Nobody had to tell you. You kind of just like knew.
Since that,
yeah. Okay.
I always knew because I would always go up there and visit. And I'm like, what is this place? Like, they patting you down. You got to go through these big metal detectors. So I knew. And then when you leave, you know, they can't come. So, like, I definitely understood. The only thing that I probably didn't really quite understand was why he was there. I didn't really know.
Mm-hmm. Me personally, I feel like when my dad did his first bid, I think that was his longest bid. And I think it was like 4 years. And when he came home, I probably was around like 6 years. I feel like I was just old enough to, you know, kind of know what was going on.
Did you go up there to visit?
No, I don't remember ever going to visit.
Yeah. I was always at the jail. I feel like I could still map the jail out. I feel like I was always up there.
Right. Okay.
So how do you guys handle your dad missing out on monumental moments in your life? Like those big moments in your life, like my first this, my first that. How did you handle not being able to share that moment with your father?
I don't know. I just did that. That's crazy. You know, because looking back, I'm like, damn, I accomplished a lot. You know what I mean? I kind of beat a lot of odds, and he wasn't there to witness that. You know, so I mean,
what do you think is the biggest thing that you accomplished that your father wasn't there for?
I don't know. I did. I want to say probably, of course, college and high school, but yeah, college, probably graduating college.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
that's definitely a moment. Like I would want my dad to be there. Yeah, like any graduation, actually.
But hold on, I ain't get to walk though, because 2020.
Okay.
It was COVID.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to walk.
Right.
I didn't get to walk the following year, so that's fucked up.
But you still accomplished something. I know, but that would piss me off too.
See that, like, you feel me? I want that. That was a moment for them, more for them than me.
Yeah,
like, I did it more for them than me. Like I ain't after high school, I ain't give a fuck about school.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
I don't think that my dad missed any huge moments in my life because when I graduated high school, that's when he came home. So he literally just made it to send me off to prom. See me graduate medical school. Then I had my baby. Like my huge moments, my dad taught me how to drive. Like, so I feel like he was gone for like moments like I really needed you. I wish you could have molded me. But like my superstar moments, he was there, and I'm not gonna take that from him.
dope.
My guy showed up for me.
That's dope.
Well,
That's
I feel like my dad was always so in and out of jail. Like it was just in and out, in and out, in and out. So it was like some moments he was there, but some moments he wasn't.
Just wasn't, right?
Yeah. So it's like.
But do you think anything big happened and he wasn't there? Or do you feel like the big moments he was out of jail?
I feel like my high school graduation, he wasn't. My 8th grade graduation, he was there.
He was in jail when you were in high school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, he just stopped going to jail.
Because like I was just saying, like, oh wow, he was in jail.
Yeah, like he does quick bids, but it's still like an in and out type of thing. He'll go in for like 18 months, come home. 2 years, come home. 1 year, come home. Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
Well, we're happy he's here.
Definitely. Okay. Growing up, did you guys feel different because your dad was locked up? Like, was that something you had to lie to your friends about? Something like you didn't want the world to know, or like everybody knew and you guys were okay with that?
To be honest, you want to know what's crazy? I knew my dad was innocent from a young age. I didn't know the story. I didn't know nothing. I just knew he didn't do it.
Right.
Because he always tell me, like, I ain't do that shit. I wouldn't do that.
And you believed him?
Yeah, I'm him. Like, I'm a breed of him. And I got a good heart. So I know for a fact he wouldn't do no malicious shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Harm somebody. Like, and what he got convicted for was a heinous crime. So it's like, I don't even think he would do some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, nah, I ain't believe it one bit. I knew one bit. So growing up, I was like, you know.
You used to tell your friends, like, my father innocent. Like,
nah, not even. Because, you know, a lot of my friends either had their father or they didn't have their father. So it was like, it was just one of the bunch. I was one of the bunch. But it was just like, it was a special thing because I know my father didn't do it. And years to come, he didn't do it. Proved that he didn't do it.
Right. What about you?
I definitely felt different just because it was a homicide, and like, damn, like I don't want to be like, yeah, my dad is in jail for killing someone. Like, I don't want my friends looking at me like, we gotta get away from her, because like I've had moments like that. But I never lied to nobody. I would tell everybody, like, my dad is in jail. I can't wait for my dad to get home. I used to, like, you know, make posts about him. I used to call like the radio and like shout my dad out. That's my guy.
Right.
We ain't hiding behind nothing.
I agree with Najee though. Like, I feel like it's so common, which is sad to say, that people grow up without a dad because they were either incarcerated or murdered at a young age. Yeah. So I don't feel like I really felt differently because it's like a common thing, you know?
Yeah.
But like when I did get of age and we really started building that relationship and that bond, when he would go to jail, it was like, I used to be like, free my father. Like, I miss him, you know, going hard for him, holding him down.
Yeah.
More than anybody.
Who gonna say something about it? Like, that's my dad.
So, right.
Yeah. Full pride in that. But innocent or guilty, I'm gonna still act the same. Like, that's mine. Like, mom stamped behind that. It don't even matter. Because of course certain people nobody has to believe, oh, he's innocent. I'm gonna believe that, and that's how I feel. So that's what I'm gonna go for.
Some people really do be doing it. Not our fathers, but
like, not us, but them other people. So did you guys communicate with your dad while he was in jail, and what was the relationship like?
Ooh, yes. I was there.
You sound so excited. He said yes.
I was there. I'm not gonna lie to you, from an early age. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, he was relentless though, his effort. And I meant to tell him this last night when I was talking to him, because I was thinking about it because I was drinking. I really appreciate his efforts, like being locked up, and the way he was fighting to communicate with me, the way he was like sending me stuff, having people reach out to me, like making sure that his presence was felt within my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I really appreciate that, because like, he didn't have to do that. Like, you could have felt defeated once you was in that,
right?
You know what I mean?
Position.
Yeah, like you could be like, I'm gone. Like, but I respect it. I respect his hustle and his relentless like attitude, because he was there. He was there. He made his effort.
Yeah.
I felt him. You know what I mean?
Did you communicate with your dad?
Definitely. When I got of age and he was like going to jail, he would call me. When he got out, I would pick him up. He's aggravated.
Pick him up from the jail?
He used to meet me at McDonald's on Whaley.
Like at the high school, at the school.
Right. And be there at 6 a.m. That was pissing me off because you know they get released so early.
You walked down there to go meet him?
No, I picked him up. I was driving.
Okay.
And he would call me and stuff like that. And I would just as I got older, I always been there for my father when he go to jail. Like, like literally probably one of the only like people who really be there. And he'll tell motherfuckers that. Like, you know. So yeah.
My dad and me, we are like this. Like we always had a tight bond. It was never like forced with us. We always been the best of friends. Like I would hold on tight to secrets, wait till that 15-minute call come. Dad, guess what? I always was going up there. We even did the overnight stays. Like I done spent the night in jail with my dad multiple times. And like you get to like watch movies. Like I done watched Taken with him. We watched all the series together. Like my grandma, because you have to have a adult with you. My grandma would be there and she would cook us breakfast and me and him would sleep on a little couch.
Where was this was in the jail?
This is so you know how like if you're married, you could get those type of visits, but if you have a child, you also could get those type of visits. So it's like in back of the jail attached, and it's like a little apartment, not fancy, of course. It's still very much prison-ish, but I didn't care. I would have slept on the floor with him. I was so happy.
Right.
So we're locked in. We always had a great relationship.
Right. Yeah. My dad, one thing about it, he gonna tell me the truth. I love my dad. He know I lay down before I ever tell anything he told me. I'm alive for my father. Right here.
Me too. Both of them. What about it?
No, definitely.
I just feel like that dad relationship is just different. Like, I don't know. I just, I really feel like, I don't know if it's like corny to say, but I feel like my dad was really like my first true love. Like, I just love my dad. Like, I look at him and I'm just like, wow, like you're a great person. Like, I like your morals, attitude a little shitty, but me too. We just alike.
Right.
Like, that's really my twin.
Right.
Yeah. So how did your dads adjust to being free?
He's still taking it in. He just got released, December 13th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he's still relatively fresh.
Welcome home.
Yes, he's still relatively fresh. So it's like, it's a lot because back then when he got locked up in 94, everything was different. Like,
times has changed.
They don't know how to use iPhones.
Like he's picking it up.
Yeah.
Like, he's always FaceTiming me every 10 minutes. Like every 10 minutes he FaceTiming me, asking me how to work this, work that. I had to show him how to work the ATM. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like raising another child because it's a whole nother world.
That's deep.
That's really
deep.
a good point.
That's so
it's
deep.
a whole nother world he don't know, and I have to protect him from a lot that he don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the little scams on the phones and the Instagrams and everything. Like I got to protect him from a lot. So it's like he's picking it up, but I think he's overall like happy. But I seen him one time. I felt like he was over anxious. Like he was just,
overwhelmed.
Yeah, overwhelmed. Like he was overwhelmed. So I grabbed him. I'm like, yo, hop in the car. We just drove off. But I could pick it up when he feel like, damn, I missed mad time.
It's just a lot.
Yeah, like
all at once. Yeah.
So.
Right. Okay.
I don't think my dad still has adjusted all the way. I think he struggles a lot, like with trusting people and, you know, being calm in situations. I still feel like he has the mentality like everyone's against him, that just hop in your face. What? Like, that's my dad.
You can't even blame him though.
Right. He's been through so much, and I feel like he never really got a chance to like talk about like his trauma. Right. Because like he just came home and just live life or tried to live life how regular is supposed to be, but you're not going to forget them cold nights when you was by yourself for 17, 30 years, even in and out. Like you don't forget about some of the things that you went through. And I feel like he still struggles with that. But I be working with him, but sometimes I'll be like, what up?
Yeah, like,
like, damn,
you
like.
testing the waters right here. You tested my gangster. Though.
Right. Oh, my dad good for testing the gangster. Please.
Right. Do you blame your dad for the time he missed?
Nah, not whatsoever. Because I know that wasn't him. I know it wasn't his fault that he missed that time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If anybody, it's the justice system. It's Connecticut justice system. It's how they... And I just blame a whole lot of dirty cops back then, New Haven justice system. I believe they really do a lot of like look into a lot of cases from back then. A lot of people will be free.
Right. Me personally, I feel like I don't blame him for the time that he missed when he was incarcerated, but just those times when he did come home and he wasn't there. Like, I feel like me and my dad didn't really get a close relationship till I got like really, really older.
Right.
Like, you know, so I just feel like he could have did way more. Like, he could have been there way more. So I do blame him. I feel like he could have been a better dad at some points and sometimes in my life. So... But, you know, like, no matter what, though, I love my dad, though. You know, it's like not a resent thing. Like, we still tight. That's like my best friend. Like, I could really go sit down and vent to my dad. Like, and he really would give me advice. I love him.
It's like that post. It's like that post. They said, forgive your parents. They was learning too.
Right. So. Even like with my mom, like, I don't have no resent towards my parents at the end of the day. Like, you know, when you get to a certain age, you forgive and you just try to like grow a better relationship. And when you have kids, you try to set that example, like, you know, for your kids.
Right.
So.
Because you know what not to do.
Right.
Yeah, I blame my dad. Yeah, because you was outside.
Right.
Yeah, I should have been in the house somewhere. They wouldn't have even thought it was you. Nah, but I just feel like accountability is something that we need to also appreciate. And, you know, for my dad, like certain lifestyles were lived and certain things happened. So could you have made better choices? Absolutely. Did you play the hand you was dealt? Absolutely. So it's kind of like a half and half thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I blame everybody. That's why I grew up so angry. But now it ain't no smoke between me and my dad. There's nothing he could do to make that up. He did what he had to do. Right. That's my dog.
Period.
So what did you guys learn from your dad? And do you think your relationship made him a better person? So the first question, what did you learn from your dad?
How resilient he is, how tough he is. Because you got to be tough to go through that. Mm-hmm. The fight, the way, like if you ask your dad and we asked my dad how much time they spent in the libraries trying to learn the law. Yeah. Like just to get back home. That shit's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shows a lot of resilience, shows a lot of fight. Show a lot of fight. Like, yo, I'm trying to get home. I'm here. This is my reality, but this is not where I'm going to be. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I feel like my dad always taught me, like, well, my dad lost his brother when he was really young. And I feel like that really changed him.
Like his blood brother.
His blood brother, you know? It was just him, his brother, and my aunt. Mm-hmm. And he lost him or whatever. And I feel like he changed. And I feel like he just has this personality where it's just like, I love myself. Like, I don't give a fuck about nobody but myself. Because at the end of the day, only person who really got me is me. He always tell me, like, always save up for a rainy day. And I think it's just a mentality because he always in and out of jail. And he just like, damn, when I go to jail, like, I have nothing to fall back on. Where's the money? Where's the females? Where's this? Where's that? Like, just always have yourself and always save up for a rainy day at the end of the day, period. Because you just don't know. Like, you could have it today and it all be gone tomorrow. Right. And he always talk about that. Like, He'd be like, I love myself, Nene. Fuck these bitches, fuck this, fuck that. I love me. Like, I got me. Because I'm at the end of the day, I make sure I'm straight.
Right.
Yeah, period. I truly feel like that's how you act.
That is.
Yeah.
I'm my father's child. Don't play with me. No, I'm just kidding. The media know my father. So let me stop talking about my father's child.
What I learned from my dad, just loyalty. Mm-hmm. He is loyal like a dog. Like, I will never snake nobody. Like, if me and you are me and you, like, I got you until the graveyard. Like, it's to that. He put that in my head when I was like 5 years old. You don't tattle on your friend. That's your friend. You don't tell the teacher that like, I'm dead serious. Like, you don't tell on your friend. You're loyal to your friend, and you're not a sucker for nobody. You stand on business at all times. Like, my dad, he is so militant, and nobody's getting over on him. You cross him, you best believe. Right. So I definitely got that mentality from him. Right. All my jewels really, really come from my father.
Right. And the second part of your question is, how has your relationship with him helped him
be has it made him a better person? So, like, y'all bonds with y'all fathers, do you think it influenced him as a person? Did it make him better?
Definitely. I call my dad out on some weird shit. Like, when too much be going on, I call my father, like, what's up? Like, you know, I really be talking to him like he my best friend, because he be doing too much. Yeah. So I be trying to tell her dad, like, that was a lot. Dad, no. You know? So I feel like he listens, you know? I love my father. He'll tell you quick, like, if my daughter opinion matters, like, you know?
Right. It's kind of funny because I don't know. I don't know how it kind of molded him.
You're still getting it. Yeah. He just came home 2 minutes ago.
So it's like, you know. Yeah.
You still got to figure it out.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot.
I know I made my dad a better person.
Yeah.
With me, you're nothing, Dad. No, for real. Like, yeah, we like that. I know I made him a better person. And I feel like, you know, I don't think he would have went as hard fighting for his freedom if he didn't know, like, I have a daughter to come home to. Like, it's so easy to give up when there's nothing out there for you. But, like, you got this little girl who is, like, dying to meet you. So, like, I feel freedom like he went
everything.
He went hard to get to me. And to know he really kicked them doors down to come get me. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I love my dad.
Yes. Okay, so once he was released, how did you guys grow a relationship with them? So, this is kind of repetitive. It'd be like that sometimes. But I know you're saying, like, your dad just came home, so we know that you're still, like, growing a relationship with him.
Nah, it's kind of just like a physical relationship, because we always had the mental, like,
right.
Yeah, we always had that mental connection. I mean, we was always on the phone. Like, we was always on the phone, writing each other. But now it's like we're in person now. There's no 15 minutes left on the phone. You got 5, like, you know what I mean? You got a few minutes left on the phone call. Nobody waving or telling us, hey, visit time almost over. So
how about now that you guys could, like, touch and there's no guard saying you can't touch?
Yo, that's crazy. It's crazy because the other day, me and him did a push-up challenge. He smoked me. Like,
of course he did.
Yeah, we was getting it in. But it's like, yo, it's finally fun to actually have that experience. So if you ask me, I think I'm giving him a breath of fresh air.
Okay. I like that. How about you? How did you guys grow a relationship?
As soon as they said he's coming, I was right at them court steps. It was pouring rain. I did not move. He came up them doors. I ran in his arms, and we literally slept in the same bed together. I was not leaving my dad no more. Right. You're with me now. I finally got you. We would do everything together. I don't care if, you know, we're going to Froyo to have, like, a little, you know, ice cream date, or if a new movie came out, we was going to do that. He started forcing me to come to the gym at 5 a.m. with him. Dad, I don't know how to do these sit-ups. You got me playing basketball. Yeah. But whatever that I could go to, I was always right there.
Right. So. I feel like when I got, like, of age, like you said, my dad, he loves spending money. Even if I'm with a friend, he's like, your friend could come too.
No, my dad, like, cheap. He don't like spending money.
So, like, my dad always just randomly, like, let's go get some ice cream. Let's go out to eat. Let's go to the movies. Like, my dad always be telling me, like, a man, like, gas, a little date, food. He'd be like, that's petty shit, Nay. Like, a man should do that for you, you know? Yeah. My dad always trying to get up. He always, you know it, bro.
He'd be like, breakfast.
Yeah, pop out, like, you know? And I feel like when, like, I was older and we started really hanging out, like, and I really started building that relationship outside my mom, no matter what my mother say, I was like, I really rocks with my dad. Like, when we started spending that alone time. And even sometimes when I went through, like, real life personal things, like, he was there for me, for real. So yeah, Definitely.
I definitely feel like your dad adore you. He'd be like, Nay.
Yeah, I love him. And then people don't even know. It's just like, to the world, he's a different person. Like, but when we have that one-on-one, like how I could talk to my dad, like he really gives good advice.
I feel like his social media blah is
but
not
he's
who
really
he is.
a kind person. It's crazy. Yeah. It is.
No, I agree.
I feel like I get like that softness from my dad. Honestly.
Yeah, you don't get it from your mom.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think the height comes from her.
Yeah. Shut up.
So do you think your childhood affected your adulthood?
Yes, because it was a lot of early trials and tribulations. It was a lot of seeing things like I didn't want to become. So I seen a lot that I didn't want to become. So I'm like, I kind of grew up and figured out what I wanted to be. So that's pretty much it.
Agreed. Growing up, you just see a lot of things and people. Like, I don't ever want to be like that person. I don't ever want to be in that situation. That alone just kind of molds you to be like,
right.
you know, I need better for myself.
Sometimes, though, I feel like it kind of works against you, too. Like, for me, like, I'll see myself repeating certain patterns or, like, trauma from my childhood. And then I'll, like, have to take a step back and be like, all right, you're repeating what you're used to. Like, it's time to get out of that. Like, you don't want to be that way. And I also feel like it affects me in like relationships with like men, because like I always was like on my own, had to be tough. So I feel like I play more of like a dominant male figure, because like I lacked that so much. So I just always had to be that. Like, I don't know how to be that soft.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I'm the same way. Like, I don't need a nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Not for like serious.
It's
like,
that way.
Yeah, definitely. And like my mom and my grandma like really raised me, so it's just like, yeah, they got to it with or without a dude.
With or without, like that's what we saw our whole life. So it's just like, need you for what though?
Yeah,
I'm still learning. Like, let a man open the door for you. You don't gotta swing the door open. Let him open.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in my soft girl era, but that is a challenge for me.
I feel like I'm tapping into that though this year.
You've always been soft, Nene.
No. I'm on next level, friend. Next level.
Like, could you give me an example real quick on next level softness?
Okay, like now, like I feel like I want to start really getting into like myself, keeping up with my nails, keeping up with my lashes, my hair, learning to do my makeup, a skin routine, going to get a massage. Like, you know.
Friend, do you know I booked myself a massage this weekend? I was so like, I needed a mental break.
That is good. That's what I'm saying. That's really tapping into that soft energy. Like
let me just get myself together. Body
even like getting into like books and stuff again.
Yes.
March, I started no soda. I've been doing good.
You haven't been drinking?
No. So yeah, like we were having a moment.
I know we having a bestie moment because we took a mental health break. You know, just giving space, because every day is a lot. And then, like, you know, you just go through your own emotions. You don't need to always pour that into somebody else's life. Right. So, like, we're just, like, catching up.
Nah, that's what's up. Y'all dope.
Well, this is the last question. Did your father try to make up for the time he missed?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Right.
He said constantly.
My dad was trying to link.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like we all could say...
Yeah, I don't.
Definitely.
My dad never pushed me to the curb or nothing like that. I didn't have to beg for a father. Was never that.
Okay. So we're going to get into a little bit of this or that. Like, you guys know, we haven't did that in a few episodes. Like, we're really back and we're better. Like,
back and better.
We bringing the tea. Just know. Okay. So I'll go first. Yeezys or Jordans? And when I say that, I mean just in a general sense.
Jordans.
Yeah, Jordans.
Oh, wow. Because I'm going to go with Yeezys.
I grew up on Jordans.
Yeah.
High school head. So, you know.
Right. I love Yeezys. I like pretty much all of them.
They fire.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
My this or that is really for her, so don't take offense. Okay. This or that, MUA or the podcast blows up. Which one? A famous MUA or our
for
podcast?
Me, for my life?
Yeah. Which one would you choose?
Podcast.
You're fucking lying.
Seriously. You know, if we both...
Like, so if you could do Carisha makeup, like that's your person, and JT, you booking Ari.
But if we could be the next Carisha and people coming on our podcast and we're interviewing Ari and all of them,
right.
Yes, and we having other bitches to wear makeup, I'm picking the podcast. Okay.
I'm fucking it.
I know. We have a makeup artist, girl.
I'm fucking it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so would you cheat on your man, or would you cheat on your man or lie for your best friend? So you had to hold on. Did I say that right?
Wait, hold on. This or that. Would you cheat on your man or lie for your best friend?
Yeah, or you lie for your best friend. You can make up the own scenario for your best friend. I don't care. But would you got to cheat? You either have to cheat on your man or lie for your best friend. Lie for your best friend. If you don't, she going down. But if you don't,
like in a situation, like so, if I don't lie for her, she's going down for something. But what's the cheating part?
You cheating on your man, so you got to pick.
Oh, like my side dude or cheat on the man?
Your husband. You going to cheat on your man, or you going to lie for your best friend? Which one you going to choose?
I'm going to lie for my best friend.
Yeah,
I'm not doing nothing to jam her up.
You gonna lie.
Some way, somehow, that shit's going to ruin my life.
I see your loyalty. I want to see your loyalty. So you going to cheat on your man? Hold on. So we going to cheat on him. Hold on. Let's get to it. Yeah, you going to cheat on your man? Ain't no money in the world to make me get my mans up, but damn.
If I had to cheat on my man,
or to save her.
Wow. I know who ain't going to Miami. I know who ain't going to the yams.
But I'm sorry, because I didn't have to think twice.
I'm not telling on her.
Oh, shit. Yo, you hear that?
I'm sorry. That is so easy to answer.
That's crazy.
But okay, so we're going to wrap this up.
We really enjoyed you, Najee. Thank you so much. I know that's hard to talk about.
Yes,
Thanks for coming on.
And shout out to the fact that all our fathers are free.
Yes,
period.
My man's home. My man's
Okay.
Proven innocent. Did it a little bit, but that's what's good.
Yes, definitely. So
we'll see you guys soon.
Yes.
Do it all. We can do it all. Do it all. We can do it all.